It's time for a little art journal playtime. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I want to play in my art journal. This is the 49 and Market memory journal that I have been playing with and working in for, I don't know, maybe a little over a year, maybe 2 years, who knows? But today we're going to do a new spread. We're going to have a little fun playing, and I thought I would bring you all along with me. So I have some watercolors pulled out, and I know some other things are going to find their way onto this page. Let's just dive in. So this is the first time that I have pulled out my mixed media or my art supplies in months at this point because of the move. Everything was packed, everything was trying to get organized. It was a mess, and I wasn't really feeling inspired to do a lot of art journaling at all. And to be honest, this one was a little bit of a struggle. I feel like when you take a break from something like that, it's almost like when you take a break from exercising, you lose that muscle somewhat. And that's what it felt like. So it was feeling intimidating to get started again. I wanted to play with my mixed media because after getting it all out in my craft studio, I could see it. I wanted to use it. And because I wanted to use it, I decided, you know what, we're just going to go for it. We're just going to start putting paint on paper. That's always how I say to start. Let's just put some paint on paper and see what happens. Does this end up being a piece that I'm in love with and that I would recreate over and over again? No, there's lots of things I like about it. There's some things I don't like about it, but it felt a little bit like shaking off the rust or just starting to get going again. And I feel like if you make some time to play without any pressure, just putting paint on paper, just playing with colors, just choosing a particular medium, playing with it, seeing what comes of it, I feel like that rust, that dust, all of that will start to fall away and that creative muscle will start to be flexed again. And that is my hope in this moment, that I can start kind of just pulling this together and feeling a little bit more inspired artistically to play with some of these elements. I've been doing so much planning and so many other things in my craft studio. I want to be able to do art journaling as well. Apparently today is the day I'm pulling out all the old supplies. This is actually like a shimmer paste. It's Art Basics. It is old. I'm actually very much surprised that this little jar was still liquid, but it was. So I'm going to use a stencil right here and add just a little touch of shimmer. One of my favorite things to do is to play with the finishes. So of course the watercolor that I used ended up looking very flat. This has a beautiful shimmer to it as I very carefully work it through the stencil. I only do a little bit at a time. I don't put it on very thick because I don't want it to bleed through the edges of the stencil. I don't need it to be perfect. I just want the impression, but I don't want to lose the texture of those lines that the stencil has either. So see how that leaves a little shimmer? It's also raised just a little bit, which adds some interest. I have found that I really do like to play with things that have shimmer. However, when I close my art journal, I need to let it dry all the way. So I usually leave it out for at least 24 hours so it dries really, really well. And then B, sometimes I need to remember to add a little bit of baby powder because I have noticed that my pages are sticking together. I don't like that because then it tears and messes up when you open it and it feels like it's not a piece that I want to keep anymore, which is fine. In all honesty, art journals, I don't need to keep them all. They're just for fun for me. But I think if I added just a touch of baby powder to help with the stickiness, that would help. I think you can also do other things like wax paper. There's some other options that you can certainly do to keep pages from sticking together, but getting an embossing tool or an embossing powder, not embossing prep powder. What is that I'm thinking of? It's like a baby powder. Putting that on the pages can really help keep the sticking at bay. So the issue I run into is kind of the same issue I was running into before I packed away all my supplies. And that is, I feel like making backgrounds. I feel like layering paints and having fun with patterns and texture. What I don't feel inspired with is focal points. And so I've been grabbing stickers or ephemera, things like that to create focal points, and I'm not totally in love with them. So these are some florals that I had in my stash. I think they're probably Kelly Bangs of some sort. I'm going to combine the florals. You can see I took a little bit of the white off of the edge of that ephemera by using some Distress Oxide on the edges, just because the white felt very stark against the crazy background. I'm going to create a little cluster of these and the butterfly. I always love butterflies. I like how that starts to come together, but the black in the butterfly is not quite matching up with other things that are happening on the page. So I ended up deciding, well, let me tie my focal point in with some more florals. Let me just do some sketchy florals. Now I'm going to speed this up a ton. These are just really scribbly, mum looking florals. I wouldn't say this is a specific flower, but I like the black coming in. I like that it was just the lined florals. That was good. I thought it was coming together really nicely. To incorporate the ephemera piece more, I actually brought some black into those flowers as well, just adding some sketchy lines throughout. That looks really nice. I'm going to add some more florals on this side. It comes together, it just feels ever so slightly incomplete. And I think it's because I didn't have a focal point in mind to start with. I was starting with a background. So I think what I want to do in the near future is play with some different layering techniques, in that perhaps I do take some time to just make backgrounds and then make some time to just focus on the foreground or the focal point, and then take some time to just think of adding texture. Maybe working in layers like that will feel a little bit different, or really just reverse engineering the art journal page and focusing on the quote, the phrase, the focal point, the picture, whatever it is that I want to be the main part of the page, maybe starting with that and then planning the background in contrast to that focal point. All right, so I have the sketched florals going on in the background. I'm going to take that same Distressed Oxide, which is the tea dye color, and add that to the edges of my piece right here, just to dirty it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to fill in with some Distressed Oxide spray. This definitely gets messy, gets a little out of control. We're going to do some Tattered Rose here on the edge, just to bring in a little pink and take away some more of that white. Wasn't digging the white. Then I thought, you know what, I need to bring in a little bit of the red. So I actually chose Crackling Campfire, which works pretty well. I don't know that I've ever used that particular Distress Oxide, but I'm going to mix it up really well. It took a long time to mix up because, man, oh man, it had been, if I've ever used it, it's been a long time. So we're going to add that towards the edge. That helped a lot. Loving that. Then I'm going to bring in some gilded, what is it called? It's from Dina Wakley. It's the gloss spray. It's the gold one. I'm going to add that some to the outside. I was struggling with this one. It was not behaving, that bottle. Those Dina Wakley spray bottles were not happy. So I need to work on those and clean those up, but we'll get some splatter on there anyway. And then the last splatter that I end up adding is some black shimmer. So I thought, you know what, we need a little bit more black, a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to add that on the top left and the bottom right. So I'm not adding the shimmer and the splatters everywhere for all the colors. I'm trying to pick and choose my moments. And I love this. In fact, I like that by spraying over those paper ephemera pieces, it's almost like they've become part of the background too. Like it took a little bit of the edge off, a little bit of the newness off. This feels like a very complete background to me. What I try to do is then add a quote, which I love, but it just, I don't know, something about it feels ever so slightly incomplete. And I know you guys are going to have some great suggestions in the comments for how I can update this. But I do want you to know, I just had fun playing. In all honesty, it was just fun to get some supplies out to see what came about. It wasn't something that I totally loved, but the good news was it wasn't something I very much hated either. I think this was a great start to getting back into a little bit of journaling, a little bit of art time. All right, I'm going to add my quote in. Of course, I have sped this up a great amount. The quote that I chose is "change is here" because that definitely feels like where my life is in this moment. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this art journal page. Thanks so much for hanging out. Let me know if you enjoyed watching this video. If you did like it, I would love it if you would take the time to subscribe to this channel. That really helps my channel get seen a little bit more out in YouTube land. And of course, I will link all the supplies that I use down in the description box below. All right, that is going to absolutely wrap it up. Huge shout out to my Patreon members. You all are the absolute best. If you want to join us and find out more about Patreon, you can head to patreon.com/ScrappyWife. All right, I hope that you all have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.